Hey, Kansas City, this is DJE coming live from the Heartland Presbyterian Center here in Parkville, Missouri, just minutes from downtown Parkville. A very beautiful, heavenly place. It just is a special place in my heart. I spent a lot of time here growing up. I actually grew up in the Presbyterian Church, go figure. A lot of people thought I was Catholic. I'm actually Presbyterian baptized. And I am a firm believer of Jesus Christ. And I'm making this little log tonight, just basically a video log, just to basically talk about, some of the things that have been going on recently in my life, good and bad. Also, just basically catching up with, my YouTube journey. Basically, I've talked a lot about recovery and about life, and I haven't caught up with you guys for a while. And there's been some people wondering if everything's okay and if I'm just taking a break from it all. And no, honestly, I work 2 jobs and I've just been very busy. And, my full-time career up at Children's TLC as a special ed teacher has been taking my time. It's been given about 45 hours, 50 hours a week, and we've just been going really busy. So anyway, I just wanted to catch up with you. Like I said, I'm in Parkville, Missouri tonight, up here in beautiful, beautiful Heartland Presbyterian Center. I used to call it the Heartland Presbyterian Camp when I was growing up. Little short story about this place. My parents brought me here with my cousin Robbie. Our families, the Shore family and my family, the Russell family, we all joined up here through the church, Blue Ridge Presbyterian Church in Raytown, Missouri. We came up here when we started in 3rd grade, Robbie and I did, and my cousins, Julie and Amy, before me, had a lot of great experiences in this camp also. So I decided to check it out. And as a kid, my parents enrolled me and brought me up to this wonderful, beautiful place that I'm just kind of continuing to circle around here. And, honestly, I learned a lot about life, a lot about God, about Jesus Christ, about where I'm at in my life and where I want to be as I get older. I learned a lot about things for the good of heart and my life. What am I trying to say? When I was younger, I didn't know where I wanted to go in life. I didn't know which direction, if I wanted to be a teacher, if I wanted to be a musician, if I wanted to be a performer. I didn't know what I wanted to do. These types of places confirmed my beliefs in myself before alcohol even got in the way of anything. So I actually didn't even touch alcohol until I was 21, believe it or not. So anyway, I just basically wanted to, just say this place is just really special to me. So I just really want to give a big shout out to my family because this place was financially kind of pricey and like some other places when I was growing up. And they dug it out of their pocket to send me to these special places. And it's instilled such confirmation inside of my heart of what I believe and who I am today. So with all that said, today is October 18th, 2016. I had to think there for a second. This year's just gone by, hasn't it? I mean, it is fast. I mean, we came out of last year. The Royals won the World Series, and it was a fast year of baseball. It seemed like this year of baseball just went fast. And now we're in the football season. The Royals obviously not in the playoffs this year and hope to be next year. And, here we are on a beautiful fall night. The temperature is about 60 degrees, maybe, with a light breeze. So I'm kind of cold up here on this hill. I had to hike up a ways to come up here. This was a special place when I was growing up. We used to come up here. Let me get a little ways from here. We used to come over here and basically have campfires right here. And we had like songs and different things that we would do. What you would do basically at a camp. So it was beautiful. It was one of those childhood memories that I will never forget. So like I said, I started out in 3rd grade, went all the way through high school, even in college up here. Once I graduated, I basically was up here doing assisting directing to music, art, drama, dance camps and different types of camps up here, and I was very involved. So basically, I didn't start drinking until I was 21, and my experience before that was a little bit of touching some alcohol, but I really didn't get into my drinking until like late college. So like around 23, 24. And so my alcohol started taking off. And just like everything, it was a social thing. It was like part of my life. And, you know, it was one of those things that I felt like that I enjoyed to do, a way to relieve the stress, the anxiety from life, and different things. Just to point this out, I was not raised in an alcoholic home. Both of my parents never really enjoyed drinking. My family never, not big drinkers at all. Social, if anything. So I was the first person in my family to really search this out and experience this type of lifestyle that I went into the next 10 years of my life. And so now I'm 37. Like I said, it's October 18th, 2016. And when I was 24, 23, I really started to experience what drinking was about. And I started to learn what it was to black out, what it was to get drunk, to have drunk experience, fun times with friends, travel. I went to New York 10,000 times. I still go to New York, as you guys all know. Honestly, my drinking just got out of control, and I'm so fortunate that and maybe I should have. I never got a DUI. Maybe I should have got a DUI. I probably should be locked up after all the drinking and craziness I did in my early 20s. So I am fortunate to be here today. I don't really want to get into a lot of my story. This past week, I experienced a friend. She committed suicide a week and a half ago, and she leaves behind 2 children and a lot of friends and a gigantic family. And to not really go into her details or anything, I just want to let you know that she was suffering from depression and some other things. And, she had reached out to me just days before. And, I did what I could. And you never really know a situation. But I just want to tell you that, later on in my 20s and my early 30s, I really experienced depression. And I went through anxiety, depression, alcohol, withdrawal, trying to quit drinking because I thought I was, having a serious issue with it and I just wanted to get away from it. But I honestly didn't really learn it until I started to have like some physical seizures and some real isolation, and that depression started to kick in. That anxiety, it just like started to kick my ass. I mean, it just got in my way, in my thoughts, and I didn't know how to escape from it. So like, I went through, and I know my family doesn't probably want to hear all this, but I went through some real thoughts of life-changing experiences, maybe forever. In 2011, I the summer of 2011, I remember my drinking was just like out of control. Like I just couldn't stop. Like it was day to day, in the morning, afternoon, evening. It was every day. I was taking off long spans of work. I was lying to everybody. I was staying home. I was isolating. I really wouldn't let a lot of people see me get drunk. Sometimes I would just stay home and I would drink for like days. There were days where I didn't want to call anybody, talk to anybody. Believe it or not, I really wasn't big into social media back then. And I mean, if I got on social media, it was like stupid little one-line things. I never did things like this. I never did long blogs or whatever. It was just one of those situations where, social media was like the last resort for me. And I never wanted to admit anybody if I had a real problem or anything. Like I didn't know how to talk to people. I didn't know where to start with this. And so, my life kind of fell apart. And then once 2011 hit, if most of you know my story by now, you would know that I fell apart. I went to the hospital. I had a life-changing experience where I spent New Year's Eve on December 31st, 2011, where my family, unfortunately, found me in a situation where it was a life or death thing. And I'm talking pretty sane about it because it's been some time now, since a lot of that's happened. And I still to this day don't remember that event. I know my family does. They probably can recall that event very well. That was a near-death experience. And so when this past friend of mine took her life, it really took me for a moment this past week. I had to really think about things, and I had to really justify, like, what am I doing in my life? Am I making the right choices? Am I doing the right things? I go to meetings, I have a sponsor, I'm sponsoring a couple guys, but am I doing everything I need to do to stay up on my mental, my physical, my emotional health, all that good stuff that we should all stay up on? And I just thought to myself, you know what? It's time to take a night like tonight, take some time for myself. I've really enjoyed my evening tonight, and I just needed to make this log. I love to be able to speak about my story, about my testimony, and just basically talk to you guys. So if there's anything that's on your mind or on your heart, please feel free to send me an inbox message on Facebook. Or any type of social media. You can also reach me by phone. If you want to get my phone number, you can look it up on Facebook, or you can even just ask me, hey, Eddie, what's your phone number? I want to give you a call, if you don't really want to. But the easiest way sometimes for people is just to kind of vent, like an email or an inbox information, thing. And so, I didn't script this, obviously. I didn't practice what I was going to say tonight. This is just speaking from inside. And like I said, I lost a friend to suicide, and this is the second friend that I've known pretty close that's taken their life. The first friend was very serious years ago, and I don't want to mention names because that's not what I'm here for. I don't want to put their family out there like that. I just want to tell you that it's been a really up and down emotional week. I went to the visitation on Sunday this past week, and it was eye-opening. And so, if anything, this experience is good for me, because I want to reach out more. I want to help people more. I want to be able to talk to somebody and say, hey, maybe there's another option. Maybe can I come over? Can I sit with you? Can I buy you, dinner or something, or take you for a drive, like up here? I mean, this is beautiful. I mean, this is just gorgeous tonight. So, I'm not gonna get emotional about what happened this past week. I feel for the family and the friends, and I'm sure some of these people are watching this video. And I just want to tell you guys that I'm all ears. I'm ready to take a phone call. I'm ready to take something that's part of what I want to do. It's part of where I feel God's called me. Part of Alcohol Anonymous is we have a thing called the 12th step. It's a 12-step service that we do. It's part of giving back of what we gotten from the program. So I just want to continue what I've learned from the program, but I also want to continue giving back where I started at in this camp, this campsite. Actually, I remember sitting in this place right here next to this cross. I don't know if you guys can still see it because it's dark. And I remember confirming my life to Christ over a bonfire, and a guy with a guitar, a leader, and some friends of mine when I was in junior high. And I just remember confirmation of what I believed and what I still believe in my heart. I wear a cross around my neck. I wear a recovery symbol around my neck, and I wear a Gorney that my mother gave me that was passed down from my grandfather, my Joseph Gosmanos side. So anyway, I'm going to leave you at this. It's already been 13 minutes. So I appreciate whoever's hung in there on this video. And you know what? I know I tend to babble sometimes, but just think about if you were talking to me on the phone, this probably would be a short conversation. So I appreciate you sticking with me here tonight. And this is just a gorgeous evening, and I'm losing light. So I'm going to let you guys go. And I just want to let you know that, feel free to talk about anything that's bothering you, and let me be a service, because this is what I feel God's called me to do. I feel God's called me to work with the children that I work with Monday through Friday. I still enjoy performing, so feel free to come up and see me at the Quaff. I work for two really good people, and the family of the Quaff is really, really supportive of what I do and who I am. And so it's a different world that I live in, but it's an amazing world if you get to know me. So if you don't know me, I'd love to talk to you about more of my life and what I've experienced. So anyway, I'll leave you at that, and go Chiefs. Talk to you guys later. God bless you guys all, and have a great and wonderful rest of your week. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.